Excuse me. I was eating a piece of chocolate before I before I came on. But what's good, everybody? I hope everyone is having a blessed Tuesday, as am I, y'all. And it looks like they have arrested Romeca's baby daddy. Yes, that is something I did not expect to hear today, just 2 days before Christmas. Okay? Come on in, everybody, come on in. Now, let me see if I can get all this tea together for you guys because it's a lot of tea to talk about. Yes, Romeca Meeks is the young lady out of Chicago. Hey, Tasha, blessings to you. I hope you are having an excellent Tuesday. Are you all ready for Christmas, love? I hope so. I hope so. Let me do this really fast. Hey, Joshua. You didn't make it up. Josh, you didn't make it first today. Now, did you? Um, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. What is this? I was supposed to be uploading shorts, but I was scrolling through Facebook while I was eating just now. I just came back in. My girls wanted Dave's hot chicken. I don't know if you guys know where that's at. And usually they'll be like, here, mom, try my Dave's hot chicken. And I'll take a bite and I like it. And I knew once I got my own sandwich, I wasn't really going to feel it like that. It was okay. It was okay. But yeah. Girl, where my change at? Bring me my change. I know I have change. So I'm over here on Facebook. This is where I'm getting the tea from. So while a few more of you join in, we'll go ahead and do all the formalities, all the welcomes, and all of the things. Make sure you're hitting the like button, or thumbs up in the live. Let me see. Let me do it like this. All right. Let me see. Let me go to my groups. What do you mean group? Child. What do you mean you don't find any groups? I was just in here. Stop playing with me. Okay, there's the groups right here. All right, all right. I'm trying to find the group that I'm in regarding justice for Romeca Meeks because that's where all the tea is, guys. Apparently, Holly or Quadasia Johnson, whatever her name is, I guess she had court today, right? She had court, and apparently things didn't go the way she hoped they would go. They denied her bail, okay? I don't know why she expected anything else. Murder one. Um, the chances of her getting bail for murder one is very, very slim. I know sometimes they give it, sometimes they will give you bail for murder one, but you know, it's usually not to us, if you know what I mean. So they did deny Holly bail. And I guess what happened is Carlos showed up to court to support his baby mama. They say right now he has custody of their child. Okay. I know I saw some rumblings about, and everything is allegedly, I'm not there, but the sources I have are reliable, but we want to cover our own ASS. Okay. So we're going to say allegedly to all of this stuff, but I got it on, good word. So, but So apparently, Carlos showed up to the courthouse to support his baby mama. You know, I don't know. That's a catch 22. I don't know if I would show up to the courthouse. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would show up there because I know it's the family's already there. And okay, there it is. I found it. And they're gonna feel some type of way, you know. But he showed up. Okay. Okay. Someone by Tina McMiller says, she posted this to Facebook. She says, I cannot pretend that today did not hurt. My family is carrying a heavy weight, especially during the holidays, a time that was always special to my daughter. Okay, I guess this is Romeca's mother, Tina McMiller. My grandson is struggling deeply because his mother is not here, and this season reminds him of that loss in ways that are painful and overwhelming. As a grandmother and a mother, my heart is broken and exposed right now. What I want the world to understand is that today reopened wounds for our family. Emotions were intentionally disturbed at a time when we are grieving, healing, and trying to protect a child who has already endured far too much. We are asking for space, dignity, and respect as we navigate this process and safeguard our peace. We are also following what the attorneys advise to prevent any more chaos through this difficult time. Our family is committed to healing. We are leaning on therapy, one another. Oh, this makes me so sad to read this, to, as a mom, to know that someone has taken your child's life and you have to keep calm. You have to be at peace. This person has done this to your child, but you're the one. They're taking your child's life from you forever, but you got to be calm about it. She wasn't calm. She didn't give her child any consideration, but the lawyer's telling them, just keep calm. And I understand that because you have to let the wheels of justice turn, and you don't want to get caught up into, you want to take the time to heal. Forgiveness, people always say forgive and forget, but forgiveness will come. Forgiveness will come at some point. You cannot You cannot forgive until you heal. If you don't heal, how can you forgive? Healing has to occur. Wait a minute, is this another truck? This better be my stuff, honey, because it looks like, okay, all right, honey. Because at this time of year, you do not want to delay about going to the door to get your stuff. But I guess it's across the street. I do have one of my packages I will show you guys later when I upload my shorts. But yes, you don't want to occupy your time with worrying about what somebody did to you when you're in a stage of healing. Right now, everything is fresh, everything is new. They're going through the first birthday without her, the first holidays without her. The first year is going to be so emotional. And there are stages to grief that has to occur. The anger part of it, the acceptance part of it, right? So they're going through all of that stuff. But I'll continue with Romeca's mother's post. This is something that she uploaded. She said, our family is committed to healing. We are leaning on therapy, on one another, and on God as we move forward. I ask everyone to pray for us. Pray that this process is fair. Pray that there is no more violence, no more harm, and no more pain directed toward our family. Pray that we are protected as we seek justice so that my grandson can grow surrounded by love, stability, and care. In honor of my daughter, I'm asking everyone to choose love over violence. Please do not promote or glorify any form of violence in her name. When you speak her name, think of me as her mother and think of her son who is young, online, and able to see the things being said and shared. He deserves protection, not more trauma. I love you all. Let us continue to paint the city pink for Meeks with love, justice, unity, and God leading the way. With love, Mama Tina. Um, you know, Gratefully, she does have a lot of community support, but like she said, what good is it going to do for anybody to be violent? Why get yourself locked up and put in jail? But so I guess something took place down there before the arrest. Because again, Carlos, Romeca's baby daddy, he did get arrested. So let's continue to keep her mother and her son in our prayers, her whole entire family. So, uh, so the next court date for Quadeja is going to be January 7th. And Carlos went to jail because there was a fight. And so let's see. I'm going to try to see if I can get the fight for you guys. Because they say what happened is Carlos exchanged words with Romeca's family, and he took off his jacket and started, flexing his chest or whatever. I don't know, guys. I don't know, but there is video. There is video of him being arrested at the courthouse during the proceedings. This happened outside the courthouse now. This happened outside, I guess, after it was determined that Quadeja would not get receive bail. So I don't know if that's why he was angry. I don't know if the family was saying stuff to him. I don't know. But it says Carlos came up on the 64-year-old uncle, then threatened Romeca's sister, came up in her face. That's when the male family member, who was 18 years old, gave him the business. Carlos is a punk and a woman beater. He was picking while in court. They tried to ignore him. He stood up and took his jacket off. So he kept picking at them, is what is being said. And like I said, I don't know if it's true or not, but if so, the audacity, the family is already going through enough. You know, your baby mama shouldn't have shot that girl. So, so sorry guys. I came right on here as soon as I got word. So they say he got the brace knocked off of him by the 18-year-old. And I do have a video, some of the sound from but this is after it occurred. This is not, let me see. So she got her bail denied. And it's like, why would you think it would be okay for her to do that to Romeca? What did you think was going to happen? Like, you guys didn't really plan this through, right? You know? Let me see. Okay, let's turn this video up. Hold on, guys. Okay, thank you guys. Hey, Sherry, thanks for tuning in. How are you? I see you've been going live more. Today we are talking about Romeca Meeks, the Romeca Meeks case, and the court hearing for her assailant, Quadeja. Let's see, here's a video right here. Let me see if I can post it up for you guys to see. Okay. Child. My hair is a mess, y'all. Do not want to see my hair. And see me right now. Let me see. Let's push play. Let me turn it up. So apparently he was they said that he was harassing the family at the courthouse. So I don't know if that was the case or not, but that's what they're saying, that that's why you put on the elf hat. I washed my hair today, y'all. I washed my hair today. I don't have on makeup or anything. I wasn't gonna wash my hair at first because I was feeling horrible. My asthma's trying to act up, so I put my hand on my chest and I prayed to God, and I thanked Him. I said, God, please let me get through the holidays. I thank you for giving me breath in my lungs, and I'm learning to do that more, because when you have asthma and you get short of breath, your first your first response is to panic, and that shortens your breath more. That makes it worse. And then your heart starts racing and all of that. So you have to remember to do your deep breathing. And guys, forgive me for the noise. I got some guys over helping me, some family members helping me put together some things for my children that they got for Christmas. But shoot. So I just prayed over myself. And so I showered. I was like, I need to wash my hair. I haven't washed my hair in 2 weeks. And I could smell my hair. You know what I'm saying? Like after a few passes from the flat iron, I'm like, okay, now it's time. I don't like to flat iron my hair too much anyway, but after two, maybe 3 times, it's time to wash it. And then plus it doesn't curl the same anyway. And then my hair was getting kind of frizzy and frumpy in the middle. So I'm like, okay, I need to wash it and clarify it and all that. So I was able to wash my hair. It took me like an hour just to wash my hair and blow dry it. But I'll finish it up tomorrow. Today is not that day that I'm going to finish up my hair. So if you see me right now, I look like the grandmother that lived in the shoe, honey. Absolutely be calm. So, and every day, like where I'm sitting at my desk, the sun just wants to shine really bright on me. And I'm grateful for it because my plants on this side of the room where I'm at, they grow so beautifully. And that's because the sun, it just beams right down. But let me get back. My battery's running low. Ooh, child, let me plug my laptop in. Where's my laptop charger? Is this it? So yes, are you guys all finished? While I plug up my laptop, are you guys all finished with what is this? With your Christmas shopping and all of that good stuff? Or do you have more shopping to do? I posted up the link to my Walmart storefront and to my Amazon storefront. If you order from Walmart, I just ordered today. You can get your stuff in like an hour, as little as an hour, and you can also get your stuff from Amazon same day or next day. So just throwing that out there. I got all my Christmas shopping done, and I got all the food I needed. But I just want to get like juice and soda for tomorrow because I didn't buy juice or soda the other day, and I didn't want all that juice and soda in my house. All we were gonna do was just drink it all up. So I said I'll have them deliver that, and I didn't want to chance it tomorrow. So I said let me get the stuff today, and then tomorrow I officially have nothing to do but my hair and bake a few pies and just chill, honey, on Christmas Eve. And thank you, Josh. Thank you, Josh, for coming to do this for me once again. You guys are a lifesaver. I appreciate you. You're waiting for 2 packages. I think I have 1, 2, 3 more to come. So once those 3 packages come, I should be A-okay. But let's get back to this Romeca stuff. I hope, and I have a good feeling that justice will prevail. I feel like we will get all the details, and I'm sure there's a lot that we're going to be shocked by. I don't know how long this trial will take. Diddy had a speedy trial, and his trial didn't start until 7 months later. So she just got arrested in December. I don't expect for this to go to trial until 2027. Let's look it up. Let's look up how long does it take cases to go to trial in Chicago. How long? And a murder one case is a heavy case.
I got a 2.4 GPA.
So how long? Hold on. How long does it take for a murder one case to go to trial in Chicago? Okay. 1 to several years to reach trial. So at least a year. Often averaging 1 to 2 years or more, depending on complexity, evidence, motions, and whether the defendant waives speedy trial rights. Though a speedy demand could push for trial within 90 days if waived, with the actual trial duration varying from days to months. Now listen, it could take that long to go to trial, but if they come at her with a deal for manslaughter or something like that, which if they're going to come at her with a deal, they probably already have. Okay? Depending on the evidence that they have. Just because she was charged with murder one, that does not mean that's what she will be convicted of. That doesn't mean she won't take a deal and plead to lesser charges. She has a child, and I think from what I've been reading, she has one on the way. So, and she might want to hurry up and get home to her man. So she might take 25 years. I can't see them giving her less than 25. Maybe they'll give her 15, 15 with an L. Maybe they'll give her 15 flat for a case like this. What do you guys think? Let me know. Weigh in. It's certainly reasonable. And I know what people say, well, no, she did this, she did that. That's the way the wheels of justice turn. You know what I mean? So don't be shocked if you hear later on that she took a deal and got a lot less time. Because it can happen. And he went to jail. I don't know what his last name is. Does anybody know what Carlos's last name is? Okay, let me see. I see another video. Let's play it. Is this the one we've seen already? Let's see. Did we see this one already, guys? I think we did. Chat. No. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't have my main plugged in. But I think we already saw that one. So, who is this? Who is that, Kamaria? Oh, that's Robin. Where'd you go, to the store? Probably 2 years. The system wants the perp to suffer and the people to forget details. Well, I think what happens is, with trials, it's more than that. The district attorney may already have all the evidence that they need. It's certain things that has to be filed. Her public defender may say, I need time to go over the case, to go over the evidence, to interview witnesses. They may be trying to track down people and they have to take time to talk to everybody. They have to go over case law. They might need to go to court to fight over which evidence should be presented, what should not be presented. Then you have a lot of different details that have to, go on. The judge may want to decide on different motions, and he doesn't just, like, if you present a motion to the judge, he's not going to just, read it and then go over it. No, he's going to go back to his study, have his law clerks look up different case law, and so that he could support his decision. You can't just make a decision in court. You have to support it with case law. So all of these things are taking place. Plus, you have to wait on things like everything that the district attorney did or the prosecutor did. Then what's going to happen is her attorney is going to want to go back and have their people look over the evidence. They're going to look at the ballistics. They're going to want to go over any of Romeca's Facebook messages and things like that. They're going to go through all of that stuff. And they have to request it from Facebook. And Facebook is not just going to give up that information. Whatever cell phone service she had, they can't just give up your personal information without a warrant. So her attorneys need to go get a warrant and get all of that information that was perhaps in her phone. Um, Her family may have evidence or witness statements that they want to share with the court. And her public defender, or her attorney is probably going through everyone's testimony to see if it's going to be beneficial to her case. So that takes time. I don't think it should take a year, but there's only so many trial judges, right? So say it's six in Chicago, in the wherever they are, in their county, say that there's only three judges or four judges who can hear a trial, right? Then what will happen is your trial gets set, because if you have a trial, it may take at least a week to obtain the jury, and then it may take a week for a trial. Then it may take a week for jury deliberation. So just say we're going to put aside a month, and you have to go through all of the, just think about all of the different crimes that are committed and all the trials that are happening. So that's why it can take a year, because if you're going to set aside a month of time for a trial and you have 100 cases, there's only 12 months in a year, right? So, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of those cases will plea, because for the state, the objective is to get these cases to plea, because it's supposed to be so that they can save money, and they can not put the family through that and blah, 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 you know. So, yeah, but that's what he got arrested for harassing the family, I believe it is. And I want to get more information on that before I just come on here just saying whatever. But they are saying that um, that's what happened, that he got brolic and started talking crap to the family. He got in Romeca's sister's face, and before he knew it, Romeca's nephew had fired on him. But I don't know why they put him in jail if he got fired on. So I don't know if they were tussling. I don't know if the nephew also got arrested. I don't know. But let me see. Yes, a lot of ruckus going on. I got my laptop turned back on. But they got him and they put him in jail. So I don't know why he's in jail. So I guess he wants to get custody of his son too. And really, really, he can have custody of the son. I don't know how much of a fight that would be, but he really could go get custody of the son if he gets out of jail or whatever. I don't know. They may see him after what happened. They may say no to custody for him because of how it happened. But he has not been arrested yet, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think the judge would give him a? Hey Terry, thanks for tuning in. How are you doing? I hope you are having an excellent week. Happy holidays. Do you guys think that the judge would give him custody of his son, being that he was there when the baby mama was, executed? So, so But he definitely got arrested. They have pictures of him getting arrested, videos of him getting arrested. I'm trying to find the fight. Okay. Let me see. Maybe it happened too fast. I'm gonna go to the grandmother's page and see if I can find anything on there. But again, Quadasia's next court date is January 7th. So you're not getting out anytime soon, baby girl. Christmas, New Year's. Did she go for Thanksgiving? So yeah. What are you guys' thoughts? Do you feel like Carlos can get custody of his son? Do you think he'll be released? Do you think that he's gonna eventually face similar charges to Quadasia? Because the fact that he's not getting charged with anything, it makes me believe that, Quadasia will plead to a very lesser charge unless he gets arrested because, you know, and he's saying that there's more to it. Everybody doesn't know what happened, you know. I just don't know why he was standing over her like that. Instead of helping her, why was he just standing over her, like making sure nobody came near her, making sure that she was gone? I don't know. Why was he standing over her like that? So, yeah. That's all for now, guys. I don't think I have any more on this right now. If I, can find a video of the fight, I would show you guys, but I don't see the video. So I'm thinking that only the aftermath was called. That's what I believe. I believe they only called the aftermath of the incident. But somebody, they have a picture of somebody, taking a video of it, of the whole incident. So, let's see. So I don't know if that's why they arrested him or if they arrested him for something else. What do you guys think? Do you think, because they said that the nephew actually hit him? I know there were words, but they're saying that he's the one that got hit. So why was he arrested? That's what I don't understand. Why arrest him if he wasn't the one that was fighting? And they said that that they knocked his block off. That he was harassing them and saying words, exchanging words with them. But then one of the family members came up and assaulted him. So I don't understand why he went to jail. So, I mean, if they were just protecting him, they wouldn't have put him in handcuffs. You know what I mean? Let's see. Okay, guys, that was it. Yes, his role is suspicious because, I mean, the whole thing is just suspicious. It's like he wanted something to happen to her in my mind. And so did the baby mama because, they said that they had never met before. They had never seen each other before until that day. That was the first day that they had saw each other. And I don't get why with so much bad blood that they would want to cause that girl harm. Like, why not just let her go on about her way? But they said that she was in the car driving away, but she got back out. They said Romeca got back out of the car, you know. And they said he was actually trying to push her in the car. He actually hit her with the car door and he was trying to push her back inside the car so she couldn't get out. But I don't know. I hope it does go to trial because I would like to know exactly what happened. Let me see. Okay, that's not the video. They're saying that's the video, but that wasn't the video. It's the same video. So yeah, guys, that's it. He got arrested for why? I don't know. If I had his last name, I would look up his booking information. Um, I know he goes by Los or Carlos, but outside of that, not sure what his last name is. And I know they called the son Little Los. Wait a minute, what is this? Okay. Okay, I got it, guys. I got it. Wait a minute. Let me see. That's not it. Is this it? I don't think that's it. Maybe what happened is somebody did hit him. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to let you guys see this. Let's see if this is it. Let me see. I'm sorry about the glare, guys. So, somebody else said that wasn't the video. So I'm not sure if that's what, if that was the video or not. Um, but that's what's being said. So, guys, I'll probably come back on later. Maybe, maybe not. I do have content coming up, just a little shopping content and all that. But I know we all have been very much tuned into the Romeca Meeks case and what's been going on since Quadeja has been arrested. Today was her bail hearing. Bail was denied. She returns to court on January 7th. I don't know what that's for. Um, Let me see. Let me do a quick internet Google search real quick. Um, and let's see if we can see anything on here. Um, let's see. Any news. Let me look up Quadeja. Okay, Johnson. Update. Yeah, they don't have anything updated. And these days, what's so funny is, we get the news before the news gets it. Like, people have their cell phones out so quick and all of that. Like, we get the news first, right? And the news usually gets cell phone footage or they'll get clips from people who were there at the scene recording or whatever. They usually don't have it used to be breaking news or eyewitness news. The news people would get there first, and that was before cell phones. But nowadays, people have their cell phones out, and they get the news first. So, yeah. Why is my computer so slow today? Like, you're never this slow. Like, what are you on? Like, stop playing. Ugh. Okay, it says brother of Romeca Meeks laid hands on Carlos Losos after court video and comments. Let me see. Because it's probably that same video we've been seeing. Let me see. Yep, that's what it is. The same video we've been seeing all day. Okay? Like, if you don't have the news or you don't have the fight, you just have the aftermath, don't do all that. Okay, what is this? Okay. Then it looks like somebody else has three of the same videos. Like, I'm sure that video is out there. Somebody has it. Somebody has it. Oh, some of her family was also arrested. Okay. So let's listen to Homegirl right here. She's going to tell us what happened.
I'll let you guys come in. Hello.
She's giving a rundown on what happened at court today. So if you guys want to stick around to hear that. And please hit the like button if you aren't already. Subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you. I want to speed past this, but hey, M3.
Hi, everybody.
I hope you're feeling well today,
Of course, you know what
Mamacita.
happened outside of the courthouse. There is a video trending from TT Barfield, who was outside, who captured what unfolded outside of the courthouse. I kind of want to walk you through what I have surmised happened that led up to that point. We did have a producer who was there at the time, a field producer working for Fox 32 that kind of filled me in on everything that unfolded. This is a story that we will be covering on air today as well. So I do have some information based on that. So come on in. So let me first say that I cannot confirm officially what happened outside. All I can tell you is that who allegedly got arrested out of all of this. There's been varying accounts of what happened. Some people say, I don't want to get into the weeds of what we don't know to be concrete, because I think one of
Oops, y'all, I am so sorry.
the things that I think can be misconstrued in this is, everything we're saying about this case, we have to be responsible. As a journalist, I have to be absolutely responsible about everything that is said about this case, because I do know that it has a lot of heightened emotions. So it's really tough. Hold on a second.
And that's what a lot of people do. They go based off of emotion and not what's actually happening. And even when I'm doing commentary or telling you guys about things, I like to make sure that the information I have is correct. Of course, sometimes I have my own opinion, and that's way different to have an opinion on something than to speculate and come up with something and have conspiracy theories. I hate that. I don't want to hear your conspiracy theories. Yes, you can give your opinion on something, and I want to hear what you think about something, but I don't want to hear lies.
I feel like we have to be super responsible. I know a lot of people were fired up from a previous live that I did talking about details of the case. I do want to remind people that when I spoke about those details of the case, and I had that paper in front of me,
Girl.
is by way of what they call a proffer. Okay, so they compose a proffer which outline, and they do it for every case, that outlines what they have investigated or figured out to be issues and things that have come out in their fact-finding period in that case. So that was not my words. I know that Carlos went on to do a live that said a fist bump never happened. I personally, that didn't come from me. That came from the proffer from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. So any lives that you've seen, all of that came from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, not from me. So you guys need to understand that. And I think that got people really riled up. Listen, one thing, and I'm going to get into what happened today. One thing that I'm not is I don't know any of these people, meaning I do not know the family of Romeca. I met them by way of journalism. Like, they wanted to get their story out. They found me. We ended up doing an interview. I do not personally know them. Same thing with Carlos. His family had reached out to me. I believe it was his sister via email. And that is how I was linked up with Carlos. I asked his sister in that email for her phone number. So she was, during the time before charges even came about, she was letting me know some of what the details on her side, to her knowledge, were. And that it was very clear to me that Carlos wouldn't be speaking to me at that time because legally they have been advised. When I say they, I'm talking about Carlos and also Quadeja Holly Johnson. At that time, were told not to speak to the media. But I was able to find some details out through her by way of her brother. So then, fast forward, Quadeja Holly Johnson is taken into custody, and that is how Carlos even had my number, was by way of his sister, who had contacted me months prior via email. Quadeja Holly Johnson's cousin or aunt, I believe, I don't remember, and I don't want to misspeak here, but somebody that is related to her, who also knows the PR space, contacted me as well. At some point, we exchanged phone numbers, and it was very clear to me that Quadeja Holly Johnson did not want to speak because her attorney had instructed her not to speak. It was never that she didn't have a platform by me to speak. This is not a situation where I'm taking sides here. I don't know anybody here. The only people that I feel any type of absolute pouring of my heart out for is obviously anybody in this situation who's lost. That's all sides, right? And especially the children in this. This is who I feel the worst for. So while people are online arguing, trying to call for my job and all this stuff, who you need to be pouring your love and heart out to are the children that are literally at a deficit because of this situation. But we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on all this other outside stuff. You got kids that are caught up in the middle of this. One in the womb who was not here, who was growing up in a womb that's probably stressed out in jail. One that is, I don't know where the little
So
baby
she is
is.
pregnant.
And I say baby because we know that child is not, I don't think the child is quite 1 year old yet, maybe like 9
So
months
she
or so, almost 10
she
months.
knows she
And then
just
we
took
have,
somebody's life, and
Carlos Jr., who's out here without
you just
parents.
had a baby,
So,
and now you're having another baby. That
okay, so
baby's
I
not
want to
even
clear that
one,
up.
girl.
Anything that I read out of the proper, the fist bump and all of that, and
That's
what
crazy.
witness one said that they saw and all of this, that came from the Cook County State's Attorney. Okay, let's get into what happened today. So in court today, what transpired was, again, Holly Johnson's, Quadeja Holly Johnson's attorneys, they argued for her to, essentially, they were pressing for her to be let out. Rightfully so. They can do that. That is their legal right to do that. She is pregnant. Prior to this, she did not have a lengthy criminal history. In fact, she had one thing that was a misdemeanor, so not even worth talking about. I mean, it was nothing on her record prior to this. So from a legal standpoint, that is something that an attorney will argue. It does not matter who it is. That attorney would then argue that my client is not a flight risk. My client has never, felt the need, and she had a CCW. She was a concealed carry holder, and there is nothing that indicates that she had fired that weapon at someone or pulled out her gun to shoot and kill someone, allegedly, because we don't know everything unfolded. We're seeing the aftermath video, okay? So prior to that, based on what we know, there's nothing that showed that in her history. So an attorney is obviously going to argue, my client is pregnant, she had no prior criminal history, she should be let out, is what they're going to say. So that was what they tried to have happen in court. That did not happen. That did not happen at all in court. What ended up happening was she was not let out yet again. So this is the second time. And in fact, she will reappear in court on January 7th. Here's where it gets interesting. So our field producer who was there said that Quadeja Holly Johnson's family was let out first, out of the courtroom. And that they lingered a little bit in the hallway. And then after that, Romeca's family was let out, but there was still leftover from supporters of Quadeja Holly Johnson. I don't know who exchanged words with who. I'm not here to say that because I was not there to know. And even though my field producer, our field producer from Fox 32 was there, it was not clear who started the drama first. That is unknown here. What we know is words were exchanged. Now, allegedly, people are saying that, and obviously there's two sides, right? Really three. There's people that are supporters of Romeca. She's had supporters this entire time. Since she died, people have been calling for Quadeja Holly Johnson to be charged. And then you have those of Quadeja Holly Johnson that believes that, she's innocent in this and that she did the right thing, okay? And then you have people that are just talking that know nothing about either one of them. They're just followers of the story. Well, we don't know what transpired outside of that courthouse, except for to say that some people are saying that Carlos approached the family. Okay, that's what some people are saying. Some people are, in the family being Romeca's family. Then other people are saying that it was the opposite. Okay, that it was the opposite in that the family approached Carlos or said something to Carlos. I don't know which one is true. Okay, because we're looking, the video we have is everybody going out. You can hear stuff being said, arguing back and forth. It's both sides. And the video that we have, you hear both sides. It's no indication of who kicked it off in our video from when the argument transpired in the hallways of the Layton Criminal Courthouse. You hear both sides saying something.
So
Now,
it started
outside,
inside the
we don't know because
courthouse
we were not out
and
there.
spilled out
T.T.
out into the
Barfield
quad,
recorded video
looks like.
outside where you hear Romeca's sister basically saying, you ruined that girl's life and you ruined that girl's life, speaking of Quadeja Holly Johnson, and my sister is obviously not here. That was words that she was hurling at Carlos. So again, we don't know who kicked off what outside. What I can tell you is that from the video we see that, at least this is what I'm being told, that Carlos is then put in handcuffs, brought back in the courthouse, and then family members of Romeca too, one which we know for sure is a family member of Romeca or related to Romeca or known of Romeca because that person has on pink, is also brought back into the courthouse and is in handcuffs with the sheriff. The other person is unknown. So we can at least say Carlos was brought back into the courthouse, and so was a member of Romeca's family, based on the fact that as a support to Romeca, the family and those who are allies of the family have been wearing pink. So that we do know. Let's get into what happens in a case like this. There's very heightened emotion. So who knows how this is going to play out. The judge has a very big job here. The judge's number one job in terms of the functionality of the courtroom, of the proceedings, is safety. That is the number one thing here. The problem is that as fights and stuff like this happens, people get in front of the courthouse. Who knows, they're going back to their cars. Who knows what is happening on the outside that can impact the inside of the courtroom. What happens is the judge has a very difficult decision to make. And in past cases, I have seen where judges will then limit who can be in that courtroom. So the judge may say media and only direct family of both individuals. When I say both, the victim and also those, the defendant in this case, can be allowed in the courtroom. So there's several different things that are happening here. So yes, there was a fight on the outside and people are pointing the finger, but what happened on the outside has implications for inside the courtroom. And in fact, there's other layers of what could happen on a legal level when there's this much emotion. I've had people...
What happened? Okay. Looks like it was taken off. So basically they got into an argument. Carlos, who is Romeca Meeks baby daddy, and her family. And it's suspected, it's suspected that temperatures will rise, that her family is upset because they feel like, she, Carlos is at fault for what happened to their loved one. Quadacia's family is upset, thinking that she was in the right because they were saying that Romeca had been threatening her and blah, blah, blah. Um, I guess, like I said, if they go to trial, then we'll find that out. If it goes to trial, um, possibly. So we'll just have to wait and see. And as you guys already know, I am going to keep you, if there's any, hi, Shaluk, thanks for tuning in. If there are any major updates in the case, I'm not going to always come back and say, okay, well, she went to court today for, um, for, you know, whatever. But if it's something big that's going on in the case, I'm going to update you guys on it and let you know what took place. So stay tuned for that. Also, if you just came in and if you haven't had an opportunity to hit the like button, please do that for me. And you guys have a great rest of your evening. I'll be back and forth because I'm home. We have a storm on the horizon here in Southern California. I see clouds coming a little bit, just a little bit. Um, the rain isn't really supposed to kick off until later tonight, but it looks like we're going to have rain from today all the way until Friday, and I'm loving every minute of it. Hopefully, huh? I love rain. That's my cousin Josh. I love the rain. Oh, the last time we got rain, it was just like a little bit.
Like last month before Thanksgiving.
Was that last month? Right before Thanksgiving, like early November, we got just a teensy bit of rain.
We got quite a bit.
For a few days, but only one day it really came down though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I'm game for it. Hey, Ann, what's good? I'm about to wrap it up, and you missed the live. Please come back for the replay. Rewind it all the way back to the beginning. Just to update you really, really quick. And thanks for that support. I hope you are enjoying your Tuesday evening. I think it is where you are now. It should be pretty much evening. But absolutely, we were discussing the Romeca Meeks case. It looks like her family got into it with the baby daddy Carlos. I believe Carlos was arrested. I believe some of her family was arrested, just based on the different reports that I'm hearing, different rumblings on social media. So, like I said, until we get some concrete proof in the form of a video or something like that, then I'm just reporting what I heard. From the Justice for Romeca Meeks Facebook page, it looks like a lot of people were blaming it on him. But now we heard from a journalist who had a little bit more information. She says she actually saw the video of Carlos and Quadacia's family and Romeca's family. They were all going back and forth, and it kind of spilled outside. So there was something that took place, but she said that she don't know who started it. So, I want to clarify that. You know what I mean? Because at the beginning, I was reading that he started it, and that's what I said. And like I said, I wasn't sure, and I gave the allegedly. I said it was alleged. So we don't really know what happened, and hopefully we will. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to you, and thanks for the replay. Like I said, I'll wait until I see a video. If I do happen to get a video, maybe I'll put it up in the shorts and do a quick commentary on it so you guys can see the video. But perhaps not. I got a lot of other content to get out, and I just wanted to really update you guys on what's going on with the case. Basically, Quadacia went to court, was denied bail. If there hadn't have been fisticuffs exchanged, I probably wouldn't have said anything because we pretty much knew she was going to get denied bail. But anyway, You guys have a great rest of your evening and you stay blessed and stay safe, honey. If you are out here in these Christmas streets, okay, be safe. Where I live, there was so much traffic, and this was like at 11 a.m. At 11 a.m., it was so much traffic. So I can imagine what it's like right now. And with the rain about to come in, no, no. MMG is going to stay her cute self in the house where it's nice and warm and cozy, baby. All right, you guys, have a good day. I'll talk to you guys later.